কোন রকেট কোন জায়গায় গেছে এখানে লেখা আছে।
Isaac, I think you want to be up here, buddy. Because I think they're going to shine lights on these and tell you about them.
তুমি স্ট্যান্ড করতে পারো না, স্ট্যান্ড করতে পারো না।
I think they're also going to show you, how to
ওরাই কাহিল হয়ে যায় আর আমরা তো এমনি গান দিয়ে এখানে রাখছে কিন্তু
সব জিনিসটা লাভ হয়ে গেছে রেডি।
অনেক
এই বল পাইছে এই দেখো বুঝতে
Personal hero. You know, I have a lot of heroes. What was my hero?
Your hero.
Superman.
Iron Man, Luke Skywalker.
I can remember being inspired, like most young children, by TV heroes.
I was inspired, of course, by science fiction.
I think we all have popular heroes, movie stars that move us emotionally or make us feel heroic. But I think I am who I am today because of my father.
My father was a hero of mine.
Because he protects me when my mother tries to beat me up. A hero is someone I respect, like my mom. My hero is my mom and she inspired me to be a good person. My hero is Shirley Temple.
I think my hero is Winston Churchill. My hero is Dr. Jane Goodall.
Elon Musk, take it away.
My greatest hero was my maternal grandfather.
Mágico realmente esa experiencia, la conexión que hay entre un astronauta y mucha gente.
Belief in myself started with a very small act from a man named Gene Cernan. For many years, he sent me patches from each of the Apollo space missions.
Guys like John Glenn and Gus Grissom and John Brown.
Alan Shepard flew, Wallace Shawn, John Glenn.
In my opinion, he came as an American hero, but he never acted like such.
So those are the types of people that I really admire the most. People that were out on the forefront of exploration, putting their lives on the line.
Those guys are the real heroes.
I was very impressed with their accomplishments.
I can't imagine ever doing what they do. It's amazing.
They're all the same type of personalities, they work hard, they set goals, they achieve.
He always helps human beings, so that's a hero.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
We're not able at this time to get a specific identification on what the problem is. T-minus 40 seconds now and counting. All systems go.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills.
T-minus 20 seconds and counting.
Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are willing to postpone, and one we intend to win.
All right, lift off and the clock gets started. Yes, sir. Reading it loud and clear.
Please watch your step as we enter the next year. Yes, wheelchairs, and those who cannot use stairs should stay to the right. Wheelchair step onto the left or all the way
As a reminder, we kindly ask that you refrain from the use of any cell phone or external video link.
I'll never forget May 7th, 1961. That was the day that I decided that I was going to go astronaut.
Plus, I grew up in Florida, and so the space program was something that I was interested in, and seeing watching all the launches.
And I thought, in 15 minutes, this guy has gone higher than I've ever gone, faster than I've ever gone. He certainly made one more noise doing it than I have.
And when I listened to that, I just, for some reason, decided that that's what I wanted to do.
When I was in 4th or the 5th grade, the Mercury astronauts were flying. Yeah, that was when my dream was really beginning to come alive.
I do remember the Alan Shepard launch as a response to the Soviet Union. It was a yay moment.
I was fascinated to learn about these Soviet engineers. So I was fortunate, I think, as a
The 33-ton rocket is poised to hurl America's first man into space at 5,000 miles per hour. Alan Shepard will rocket to 115 miles above the Earth. He will weigh nearly 1,000 pounds and replenish the acceleration of a giant booster rocket.
Not all the desire of all pilots, when you walk up to the airplane, you always kick the tires just to be sure that they're not flat. This particular rocket I was never going to see again. So I just stopped as I approached it, looked up into the glare of the spotlights, and took a look at the rocket. Sort of another way of kicking the tires, so to speak.
Rendezvous, docking, and operating combined spacecraft was a key element of the Apollo strategy. We wanted to prove that ability on Gemini 8. Our orbit was primarily over ocean areas, out of range of flight controllers and tracking stations. We were on our own.
Yes, it's really a smoothie. Oh, you couldn't have the thrill down there that we have up here. Passing Madagascar, leaving con range.
Roger, 8. If you run into trouble and the Gina goes wild, just send in command 400 to turn it off and take control of the spacecraft.
Roger, we understand. Thanks, Jim.
I'm not hearing thrusters fire. Let's go to ACS off, phones power on.
We're to spin and see a Gina. Send command 400, undock now. It's actually getting worse. Power the system off.
We got serious problems here. We are in a final left-hand roll at the present time.
The hand control is locked up. We can't turn anything on.
Try to get him safe. Made up a stunt man.
re-entry control system. It might just give us the correction we need.
Do I understand he's used only on his fuel? His brake pressure is down. The sure is on braking you push.
Okay, let's work on one axis at a time here. Much better.
We're regaining control of the spacecraft slowly in RCS direct.
Okay, fine, keep that. We're coming in for dash 3.
I'd like to argue with him, but I don't know. We can. Command, we will prep for emergency landing at 7-3.
Gemini 8 to have some rescue down for you. The nation will be about 3 hours after splash.
The space program was just starting, and when they put out their criteria for the type of people they wanted, why I seem to have all the qualifications that they were looking for. My combat experience in the Marine Corps in the Pacific was a factor. The Marines were being tossed into some of the toughest combat in the early World War II, and then went back out in the Korean War. One people who had worked under stress and duress, and they'd come through okay.
Strike leader is flying. Still a couple more targets left. I'm taking another pass.
Not a good idea, Major Klein. You'll be on the flat pack again.
Our fellow Marines need us to get this done. I'm going in.
Roger that.
Going low. I'm hit. Still have control. Firing.
Good hit. There's not much left of your tail section.
Roger that. Let's see if I can make it back to base.
Welcome to the Air Force, Major Lieutenant. What do you think about that new F-86 Sabre jet?
Well, I think we're about to find out. Ask me again after we take out these MiGs.
Roger that.
You have to remember my time of growing up in the 1930s. The people of the past, the barnstormers, and the people that did the early triumphs in aviation, and one of them, of course, was Charles Lindbergh. They asked me if I would sort of escort Lindbergh down on the beach watching for the launch of Apollo 11.
Over here. It'll be a memorable flight.
Kind of like your first flight across the Atlantic.
The flight I'll remember most is your Apollo 8. The first flight to go around the moon.
Now we're gonna land on that moon.
As I walked with my hero, looked up at that flaming candle taking off for the stars, it all came full circle. A spark of inspiration shaped my career, and my journey took me beyond my wildest dreams to places like the moon. We had just to turn that spark into a flame with the fuel of curiosity. To learn from our failures, never give up until the goal was reached. My heroes and their heroes before them were driven by this notion. So was the entire NASA team when they started this amazing journey into space. Our heroes and legends drive us into the future. Each generation inspires the next to go further into the unknown.